إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guiding us to Islam. Alhamdulillah, wa kafa biha ni'ma. And we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protecting us day and night. We thank Him for all His blessings upon us. We send our blessing to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, whom Allah sent to be mercy to all humanity. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, my topic to you today is to share with you the story of Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, one of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And as you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala selected for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam these companions who actually committed their life to Islam and also who sacrificed their life for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and for the spread of Islam until today. So this story is a very long story, but I will summarize it, then we derive from it some of the lessons that we have to learn from them today. The story comes like this. قال لنا ابن عباس, Abdullah ibn Abbas, he says, ألا أخبركم بإسلام أبي ذر؟ قالوا بلى قلنا بلى. قال أبو ذر كنت رجلا من غفار فبلغنا أن رجلا قد خرج بمكة يزعم أنه نبي فقلت لأخي وأخوه هو أنيس, his name is أنيس, انطلق إلى هذا الرجل كلمه وأتني بخبره. فانطلق فلقيه في مكة ثم رجع فقلت ما عندك؟ فقال والله لقد رأيت رجلا يأمر بالخير وينهى عن الشر. فقلت له لم تشفني من الخبر. فأخذت جرابا وعصا. جرابا in Arabic language is just like a sack which is made of jilt of skin, and then there's what you know today to be half, that is your luggage. You put there when you want to travel, everything you put there. And at times if it's made from something else, then you put water into it and it fills the water. It's called jirab. فأخذت جرابا وعصا ثم أقبلت إلى مكة فجعلت لا أعرفه وأكره أن أسأل الناس عنه. Inshallah, I will translate to you the hadith. وأشرب من ماء زمزم وأكون في المسجد. قال فمر بي علي فقال كأن الرجل غريب. قلت نعم. قال فانطلق إلى المنزل. قال فانطلقت معه لا يسألني عن شيء ولا أخبره عن شيء. فلما أصبحت غدوت إلى المسجد لأسأل عنه وليس أحد يخبرني عنه بشيء. قال فمر بي علي مرة أخرى فقال أما نال للرجل يعرف منزله بعد؟ قلت لا. قال انطلق معي. قال فانطلقت معه. فما أمرك وما أقدمك إلى مكة إلى هذه البلدة؟ قال قلت له إن كتمت عني أخبرتك. قال فإني أفعل ذلك. قلت له بلغنا أنه خرج من مكة هنا رجل يزعم أنه نبي فأرسلت أخي ليكلمه فرجع ولم يشفني من الخبر. فأردت أن ألقاه بنفسي فقال له أما إنك قد رشدت هذا وجهي إليه فاتبعني أدخل حيث أدخل. The story in a nutshell that Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, he said he had somebody talking about the coming of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Mecca. Then he sent his brother Unais to Mecca to find out what was going on. So Unais went to Mecca and he asked the information, and he met the Prophet ﷺ, but he didn't become Muslim. Goodness didn't become Muslim. And he said, I met this person talking about good things. Ya'mur bil khair, asking them to do good things. Then I went back to my brother, who is Abu Dhar, for akhbartu, and I told him what happened. And my brother said, I'm not happy with what you told me. I'm going to go myself. What you told me is not convincing to me. So he went to Mecca himself, Abu Dhar al-Ghifari. Then he went to Mecca and stayed at the Kaaba for so many days. According to the story, some said he stayed there for about 1 month and actually drinking more Zamzam only, no food. And nobody talked to him, he didn't talk to anybody. Then one day, Ali ibn Abu Talib went by and he said, man, what are you doing there? He said, I just want to be in the haram and hear about something happened, but I don't want to tell you. Then said, why don't you come with me into my house? So Ali ibn Abi Talib took him home and gave him the yafa, which is hospitality, and then he came back to the Kaaba the second day. Then the second day, the person didn't say anything to Ali, then he went home. He came back another day and he met the person again, Abu Dhar. He said, don't you know where you are going? And Abu Dhar said, I don't know, I don't want to tell you anything. Then Ali said, tell me, and then he said, if I tell you, will you keep it secret between me and you? And Ali said, yes. Then he told Ali, radiallahu anhu, that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he heard about him, and will he direct him to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And Ali said, definitely you are asking the best person to be asked, Rashid. So Ali guided him to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he met the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, "A'rid alayya al-Islam. Tell me about Islam." So Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as we knew, he was a very kind person. He told him about Islam in a very few words, few minutes. Some said maybe only 5 minutes, and he expressed Islam to Abu Dhar. For Islam too, and then he became Muslim immediately, Abu Dhar. Then the Prophet ﷺ told him, Iktum Islamaka, don't announce your Islam and go back to your people. When Islam becomes spread, then meet us at Medina. That's what Muhammad ﷺ told